Hi guys, welcome back to another Minimum Wagers Kitchen. I'm Gigi and today I'm going to be making some very delicious maple flavored pancake donuts. Oh my gosh, I am so excited to make these for you. Not only am I excited to make these for you, but the glaze I'm going to make for these, and that's going to be a salted butter donut glaze. Well, you guys, super excited to show you this very tasty and different breakfasty recipe. So let's go ahead and get started with our ingredients, shall we? Yay! Did I say how excited I am about making this recipe for you guys? Oh my gosh, I cannot wait for you to try this recipe, and if you do, make sure to leave me a comment. Alright you guys, so for our recipe today for our maple flavored pancake donuts, that's going to be 2 cups of basic pancake mix, a 1/4 cup of just regular all-purpose flour, and I really don't want to spill this water, so 1 1/4 cups of water, 4 tablespoons of salted melted butter, a dash of salt, and a dash of paprika as well, a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 cup of sugar, and 2 1/2 teaspoons of maple flavoring. And for our salted butter donut glaze, for ingredients today, super simple you guys. That's going to be 1 1/2 cups of powdered sugar. Next is going to be 5 tablespoons of melted butter, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and for the last ingredient, 3 to 5 tablespoons of just regular whole milk. And that's it for the ingredients for our delicious salted butter donut glaze. Alright you guys, let's go ahead and get started with our yummy pancake recipe, and that's our maple flavored pancake donut recipe. Oh my gosh, super excited. Alright guys, let's get started, and I will see you in just a moment. See you in a moment. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is add all of our dry ingredients together. So into our basic pancake mix, we're going to go ahead and add our sugar, our all-purpose flour, our dash of salt, go ahead and chuck that nutmeg right in, and the cinnamon. And that's it for the dry ingredients. So now I'm just going to go ahead and grab a whisk and mix thoroughly. And go ahead and mix this for a good 30 seconds and you will be good to go. So that's all mixed up, and I'm going to go ahead and put this aside and get to our wet ingredients now. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and combine our wet ingredients into our dry ingredients. So what I like to do is I like to start with our water here, and with a spatula, go ahead and make a little well right in the center there. And that's of your dry ingredients. And add your water. Next, I like to go ahead and add the maple flavoring. And before I go ahead and add the salted melted butter, I like to give this a quick stir. Just kind of give this a start. That way your butter doesn't get all clumpy if your water's too cold. And you'll also get a way better mixture that way. Alright, now that I've got my mixture just a little bit, kind of a wet mix here, not completely mixed through. Now I'm going to go ahead and add that melted salted butter in here as well. And now we mix. And guys, the reason I add that extra butter and AP flour as well really gives it more of that texture, and it's more of that donut-y texture that we want. So now I'm going to go ahead and mix this for like a good 30 seconds or so. With pancake batter, you don't want to overdo it, so I'll show you here what it should look like in just a few moments. See you in a moment. Alright guys, so this is what that pancake batter should look like. And it smells so good, so mapley, and that butter, I cannot wait. All right, so let me set this aside for just a second, and I will be right back to show you how to go ahead and pipe these onto our donut molds and into the oven. All right, you guys, see you in just a moment. All right, you guys, let me go ahead and show you how to make a fake piping bag, so that way we can go ahead and pipe these right into our donut molds. So the first thing I like to grab is just a quart or gallon bag. Make sure it's one of those kind of like zip bags. That way it stays sealed, and you can use a large mug for this as well. Next step, I like to roll the bag down, and this just makes it so you don't make a mess. All right, so the next step is getting our batter here. I cannot stop smelling this. And let's go ahead and start pouring our batter into our bag. All right, so trick of the day. If you have a bunch on your spatula, you can go ahead and scrape it off right in the bag. And now you know what I mean by not getting it all over you. Cut on the bag, and voila. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of that air out as much as I can. Completely seal this. And now we are ready to go ahead and pipe our maple flavored pancake donut batter mix onto our donut molds. All right, guys, so the next step is going to be grabbing the end of the bag here and just pinch this down. That way you have a little spot to cut a tip off. All right, so next step, now that we have that cut, go ahead and grab the bottom of your bag, and what you want to do is start pushing your batter a little bit out. All right, so the goal here is to just go ahead and cover these guys 3/4 of the way, and I'll show you how. So what I like to do is just go quickly around, and boom. And there we go. So we'll go ahead and do another one here. Whoop. All right, you guys, let me show you what these should look like. There you go. Super easy. 3/4 of the way full, and now we are ready to pop these in the oven. All right, you guys, so for our temperature today for our oven, that's going to be at 365 degrees, and we'll go ahead and put these pancake donuts in for about 13 to 15 minutes. All right, let's go ahead and pop these in the oven, shall we? And timer for 13 minutes. Boom. Alright, you guys, I'll see you in just a few moments to show you what these look like baked off. Alright, super excited. See you in a moment. My gosh, it smells so mapley good in here already. And while we wait for our maple flavored pancake donuts to bake off, don't forget to hit like, don't forget to hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know when the next video's up. Yay! Oh my gosh. Alright, you guys, maple flavored pancake donuts are ready to come out of the oven, so let's go ahead and get these guys out. Oh, it smells so good. Wow. Oh my gosh, these came out amazing, and let me not forget to turn this off. Guys, these smell so good. They smell incredible. In fact, let me show you. Look how they came out. Oh, so nice. And very mapley. Oh my gosh. Look at that. I cannot wait. But we do have to wait. We gotta wait 5 minutes. So I usually leave these for a good 5 minutes in the pans to let them just cool down for just a moment. And then from there, after 5 minutes, I go ahead and grab like a little butter knife or something that won't scrape your pans, and lifting this right up so you can kind of see what the bottom looks like and the top. And the top, by the way, has a nice texture to it. It is very pancakey, but it also has a little bit of that donut texture, and that's from that extra sugar and butter. Pancake mapley goodness right here. I really want to eat one, but I'm going to put it down. Alright guys, so I'm going to let these cool for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to go ahead and put these on our cooling rack. And I will be right back to transfer these in just a few moments. Alright guys, so these have been cooling for a good 5 minutes, so now that they're cool enough to move around without me burning myself, now we can go ahead and transfer these over to our cooling rack. And what I like to do is just go ahead and very gently push this out, and there we go. Oh, these came out so good. Woo! That one just jumped right back in. Alright guys, so there's our dozen maple flavored pancake donuts all cooling off. So I'm going to go ahead and let these cool off for a good 15-20 minutes before I go ahead and start putting that delicious salted butter donut glaze on top. Alright guys, I will be right back with all the ingredients for that glaze, and I will show you how to put that together. See you in just a moment. Alright you guys, this glaze recipe is also very easy, so let's go ahead and get started with our delicious salted butter donut glaze. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to try that out onto this lovely maple flavored pancake donut. So for today's ingredients, I like to put our ingredients together this way. Butter first, so I'm going to go ahead and pour that right into our powdered sugar. And the salt as well. Tuck that right in. I like to go ahead and start mixing the butter and the salt together first. And when it all starts kind of sticking together, kind of like this, that's when I go ahead and add my milk. So first, I'll go ahead and add just half of the amount of milk. And start mixing. Alright guys, so for this particular glaze, I only use 3 tablespoons of whole milk. You can use a little bit more, it just depends on the consistency of the butter. That's going to kind of change a little bit here and there depending on the brand that you have as well, so you know. So that's what makes the difference for this specific glaze. But let me show you what it should look like. Pretty much like butter. And I'm going to show you a couple of ways to pipe this on to make this look super cute. Alright guys, so let me go ahead and show you how to go ahead and put this into a quart bag. Boom, just like that. There we go. So same thing with the batter. We're going to go ahead and seal this and get as much of the air out as I can. I'm also going to go ahead and push down our glaze here. And a good way to get the air out is just make sure you start here, fold, And voila. Alright, you guys, now that our glaze is completely done and ready to go, and our delicious maple pancake donuts that are taunting me are cooled down, let's go ahead and have some fun with icing some donuts. Alright, guys, see you in just a moment. Alright, you guys, let's go ahead and ice some delicious maple pancake donuts. And just like last time too, like our batter, go ahead and kind of give this a ring, a twist. And what I like to do with this one is, show you how much I cut off here. Kind of hard to see. There you go. So I didn't cut much off. For this one, it is really important to go ahead and make sure that you have this taut. And what we're going to do is do a couple of stripes across. And I'm also going to show you how to make a very cute butter pat on top as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started with the stripes first. Alright, so what I like to do is just kind of hold on to your donut here. And we're going to go ahead and go and do a little stripe. And voila! And these don't have to be perfect, by the way, because they're going to be super tasty, that's why. Alright, so go ahead and grab your donut, and there we go. And do another stripe. You are not limited to 3, so I'm going to do 4 on the next one here. So let's go ahead and start over on this side. Boom, boom. And the last. And there you go. Alright, so let's go ahead and do one more. And grab this guy right here. Start here. We can do squiggly lines this time. Remember, you can have fun. It's your kitchen. And for the next one, I'm just going to do some dots. Because why not? Looks like white chocolate chips. Could have fooled me. Alright, now let me go ahead and show you how to do that little butter pat. Super easy. So all I'm going to do is a little square. And what you can do is just kind of shape it with a knife here, with a butter knife. And there you go, a little melted butter pat. It really does give it that white chocolate chip vibe. So, for the rest, I've got 6 left, and what I'm going to do is just a little swirl around. And just like that. And another nice swirl. And for these, I have a little surprise for you, and that's why we're putting a little swirl on top, so you know. But yeah, super simple, just go around. And voila. And maybe not drop it onto... Whoops! Don't worry, we can fix that. And voila! Don't tell anybody. That one will be our artisanal one. Alright guys, so for the recipe that I have for that salted butter donut glaze, I did make enough so that you guys can do this method as well throughout all of the donuts. So as you can see, I do have a little bit left over just because I didn't use that full swirl. Alright you guys, I'm going to go ahead and finish these last two donuts and show you the bonus surprise for these glazed donuts. Alright you guys, just to make these even more delectable, I went ahead for our bonus surprise, make some simple cinnamon sugar, and all it is some cinnamon and some granulated sugar, and really it's to taste. So if you grab like half a cup of regular sugar and just go ahead and add about 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, you should be good to go. I like to give this a quick mix before I start, and we are going to go ahead and dip these right into the cinnamon sugar. Oh boy. These are going to be amazing. And that's what it should look like. And by the way, you can also decorate these with like sprinkles and whatnot as well. Alright, so let me go ahead and grab the next one here. That's all you do is you just kind of press that in. Make sure that you have enough sugar in between so it's not touching the bottom. And then we gently pick this up. And voila. And for this one, I kind of smushed that a little too hard there. Don't mind me. Alright, let me go ahead and finish these off and I will show you what these look like. Alright you guys, so that glaze really sets really fast, especially with these guys right here that I covered with the cinnamon sugar. But let me go ahead and show you some examples. We got the one with our little pat of butter. That one is my favorite one for sure. And then we also have the squiggly line here. My gosh, seriously, like it is set. And I also added just some basic sprinkles and our butter stripe. The one that looks like I put white chocolate chips on it. Very interesting. So with that, I had some iridescent blue sprinkles from the previous donut recipe. So I went and added them on. And now these kind of look like eyeballs. I don't know. What do you think? Well, you guys, I'm super excited about trying these delicious maple flavored pancake donuts with our delicious salted butter donut glaze on top. So let me go ahead and plate these up and we will taste them together. I am so excited. I'm having to move this out of my way so I don't eat them all. See you in just a moment. Alright, you guys, everything is plated. So excited, and they're also taunting me, so I have got to try these here soon. But I did want to show you these plated. So with that little pat of butter one, that one came out so cute. And of course, you can do whatever you want for these. I just want to do really simple things so you guys could do this at home as well. So we've got the ones that we covered in the sugar cinnamon or cinnamon sugar. And we also have the one with the butter stripes on here. Our little butter pat. That one is my favorite for sure. Our little squiggly lines. And the one that looks like we did white chocolate chips on top. And then I added some pearls as well. Well, you guys, I can't wait any longer. So let's go ahead and try out this delicious maple flavored pancake donut with salted butter donut glaze. And what I like about this glaze is that it sets pretty darn fast, but there's still a little tiny bit of softness to it. So it's not like a hard shell. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so ready to try this. But before we do, let's go ahead and break this right open. And let me move this full tray of pancake donuts out of my way before I eat them all. Alright, you guys, so let's tear into this guy. Ooh, look at that. Yum. Oh, smells delicious. So good. That way you can kind of see what the inside looks like. There you go. And I'm going to go ahead and grab the bigger piece because I know these are going to be amazing. So I waited and waited and waited, and here I am. Here we are, you guys. And if you like the video and you're wanting to taste this donut, go ahead and, hey, you can just comment donut. Alright, you guys, let's go ahead and try this out. So excited! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you guys, these are amazing, and I'm definitely going to go to hell for these. Now that I've almost eaten a whole maple flavored pancake donut, let me tell you how yummy these are. So first off, with the interior of this, it's nice and moist, just like a pancake should, and it's not over dry. The other thing too, it's the bottom of that donut. Because of the butter and the extra sugar, it really gives it a nice, consistent texture. And you're going to find out that it's just slightly crispy on the bottom, just like a donut should be. And at the top of it, let me actually grab our very cute donut with our little butter pat on here. So for this one, as you can see on the bottom, it has that nice texture. And then on the top, definitely like a pancake, but it also has barely that little bit of like that donut texture on the top. It's a nice combination. That is also too from the sugar and the butter. It's also from the added AP flour as well. Alright guys, so let me go ahead and break this one open with our salted butter donut glaze. But for this one, remember we added our cinnamon sugar. Oh, can't wait for this one. Because, you know, extra glaze. So let me show you the interior as well. Of course, this is the same batch, but I also wanted to show you how much of that glaze. It's not a lot. Yeah, and then it's literally like a dusting of that cinnamon sugar, because you're just literally patting it down for just a few moments. And yeah, now you can see what it looks like. Alright, you guys, I'm excited about trying this one out too, so here we go. Cinnamon sugar. You can definitely still taste the salted butter, which is really, really good. But it gives it this like heightened flavor because maple. Then you have that salted butter glaze. And then on top of that, you have a little bit of that cinnamon sugar. Guys, this is incredible. So good. And gone. I don't know about you guys, but this flavor combination is pretty amazing, and I really hope you get to try the recipe. They are so tasty. And by the way, this is not just for breakfast. You can have these anytime. Well, you guys, I had a great time making these delicious maple flavored pancake donuts with that delicious, oh my gosh, salted butter donut glaze. I definitely think you should try out the recipe, and if you do, make sure to leave me a comment. In the meantime, I will see you on the next Minimum Wager's Kitchen. See you next Saturday. Bye. I have to have another piece. Oh my gosh.